Hey, my name's Sean Fisher. Excited to be able to share my story a little bit, as I was a personal trainer for about 6 years, in which I was working with very elite athletes all the way down to those that are just getting started with their own fitness journey. But 2 years ago, I had a pretty gnarly mountain biking injury in which I thought I was going to be paralyzed, in which I've been working really, really hard with Dr. Jordan's efforts to be able to get back into the gym. I was someone that could bench press, clean and jerk, snatch, and was able to continue to get in the gym anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. And it was pretty much a reality check coming out of surgery that I couldn't even do a push up. After all my years training clients and helping them progress from their injuries to be able to get back to their normal lives, that I would be able to do the same. But I went down the deep rabbit hole of Instagram, YouTube, ChatGPT to try to get myself back to normal. And it was actually really humbling. After 2 weeks, was still not even able to do a wall push-up. Very easy to have a conversation, told him what I was experiencing. And he's like, hey, we've actually worked with many of these type of clients before. A quick assessment, noticed that my tricep was the one that was the limiting factor of my strength, and had said, hey, we can start today being able to give you some recommendations. And I know that you're going to be traveling over the next couple of months, but we could be able to do it remotely, and that we'll have some check-ins, and being able to have that accountability and that coaching and be able to do it in a remote environment was absolutely the thing that helped me progress. First month being able to do the wall push up, I was really, really excited that Dr. Jordan introduced some light dumbbell work for me. He knew my whole goal was to be able to get back to the barbell, and with those little micro wins throughout the first and second month, he started to actually introduce some of the barbell stuff, and that kept me more motivated than I thought it would be. He was able to start tailoring movements that allowed me to still get stronger, but also be able to challenge me, in which he said, this is the end state that we want to get to. These are the little checkoffs that we have to be able to work towards. And be able to work with him remotely was probably the best thing, so that I could be able to still maintain all of the different exercise that he had prescribed within the framework to be able to really allow me to get back into the gym and to my full. I followed the doctor's recommendation, went and started working with a PT at one of the clinics. And what I noticed early on was that it was just another patient that was coming through the door, going through the exercises, but really wasn't helping move the needle to get me back to weightlifting. When I started working with Dr. Jordan, that was his whole goal, was to be able to get me back to what I expected in the gym, and started creating a plan that was super tailored to me, was able to check in and talk to me as if I was just a peer, and helping me kind of see what the long-term vision was, and was able to break it down very simply. And what I loved most was all he was talking about. It was like, we're getting you back to the bar, we're getting you back to weightlifting. And that's just what I did not see working with the PT clinic. He knew exactly what my goals were. He knew where I was at from an assessment standpoint. When we checked in, we had different benchmarks of where we were at today. That was something that I would not have gotten at a regular PT clinic. While working with Dr. Jordan, my end goal was just to be able to get back to weightlifting. And now that I'm at weightlifting and being able to do weights that are right around 60 to 80% of what I was doing previously, over the next year working with him, I'm wanting to be able to get back to anywhere from like 80 to 100% of what my pre-PRs were in the weightlifting realm. And then also, like, some small wins for me would just be able to do a ring muscle up. Also being able to bench my body weight again, trying to be able to allow myself to string 10 unbroken strict pull-ups together. And all of this stuff is just micro goals, and having someone to be able to work with me remotely and to be able to hold me accountable, and to be able to have a linear path of not just getting me back to the daily living, but to be able to get me back to my peak performance.